Hello everybody, my name is Luchara, and this is me at Games Tycoon 2, another episode about Let's Play. Looks like I am working on Strat Engine 1.06. Actually, my first Strat Engine, so I can make my first strategy game. Which, hey, you know what? It might be the first strategy game on the market, period. That would be right here. Yeah, does not appear as any strategy games in the market right now. Now, somebody might beat me to market. It's possible. But hey, we're going to be early. If we're not first, we'll be pretty close. Research team is not currently doing anything. Let's remedy that. Oh, I was going to do the support room, but it looks like I already did the support room. So let's do the training room. And in the QA room, any game reports? There is a game report to do. We are currently looking for a graphics artist, which we have down here in our graphics studio. And we also have our sound studio. Let's grab a cleaning robot for down this part of the office. Did I tell my cleaning robots not to leave? I did. Okay. And let's put a little support room right here. Doesn't need to be anything big. Where are the doors? So technically, I can go like this. Doesn't really help. It's not like I can put desks there, but that's all considered part of the support room. Beautiful. So what do we got? 3 whole desks? That's more than enough right now. So the support needs to answer these questions in the queue. Essentially, if the queue gets too full, the fans get upset. You start losing fans. We don't want to lose any fans. We'd like to keep our fans if possible right now and going forward. Just in general, you want to keep your fans. All right. Do we have any commission work in either of these rooms? Oh, we do in the sound room. So let's get through that. Should be quick. Quick $57,000, which at this point in the game still is in a somewhat appreciable amount. All right, so we are ready to make our first strategy game. Ooh, there's a lot of commission work here. Eventually, I'm going to have a second development room, and they can just do commission work. They'll do engine updates. They'll do game updates, and the main development team will just focus on making new games. But we are not at that point yet. So we could do a spin-off, or we could do a fresh IP. We don't really have any big IPs yet. Ooh, Magical Quest. It's up to point through. So Magical Quest, Dungeon Diver, and Dino Quest are my only 3 that have any IP value at the moment. So let's just do a new one. Strategy, as I said. What works? Ancient China for a strategy game? Sure. Adults, obviously, for strategy. We will call this War of the Three Kingdoms. War of the Three Kingdoms. I like that. For anybody who doesn't know, when I think of ancient China, now I know ancient China isn't just the Three Kingdoms period, but I think of the Three Kingdoms period, which is depicted in several video games: Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Dynasty Warriors. For anybody who plays Smite, Guan Yu from Smite is from the Three Kingdoms period. There's a NES RPG called Destiny of an Emperor. That's from the Three Kingdoms period. Anyway, it's a very famous period of Japanese history where there was 3 warring kingdoms. And yeah, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, that's a game that I played on Super Nintendo back in the day, and that series is still going. I have not played a game of that series in quite some time, but it is still going. All right, so game depth for sure, right? I don't think beginner friendliness would be important for this. I don't think story would be important, but I don't want to move too far down level. Let's put level design and mission design up, character design down. We'll leave length and innovation where they are. We're going to go core. We're going to go hard. Not sure about the violence level. I'm pretty sure gameplay is pretty important, but we have the QA room. So let's go like something like that for now. I know it's not right, but we also don't have the room to get technical points right now, so that should be fine. Let's turn on everything that matters here, which is 7 of the 10. Pause function and secrets don't matter. And that is okay. I'm okay with that. It doesn't, to me, it's fine. Everything is fine. You know what? Let's we're not gonna go not quite full out, but we're gonna go pretty close to full out here. First strategy game in the market. Let's kind of set the bar high for strategy games. Ooh, efficient, which and sometimes if I'm going too fast, if you like never played Mad Games Tycoon before and this is your first Let's Play, I know I'm going fast because I've played this a ton and this is like my 8th Let's Play, I think, or 9th maybe even. Um, and I know a lot of the people watching have watched previous ones, so sometimes I can go fast and not explain stuff. So efficient is one of my favorite traits because they complete all tasks marginally faster. It's just across the board good. Lucky, critical work results occur significantly more frequently. So, you know, basically they periodically quote unquote do work and they get put so many points towards whatever they're doing. So critical work result obviously gives you more points, which is obviously good. All right, so instead of looking for graphics artists, let's get a couple extra or get a couple support people. Office workers, we'll go efficient. So we're looking for a couple office workers for my support room because marketing and support use the same workers. They're office workers. Although, pet peeve of mine, you go in here, office worker, right? But if you go in here, it's marketing and support. So marketing support is an office worker. Why they do it like that, I don't know. Like hardware and engineering is technically a technician. I don't know why they didn't just use the same word. Anyway, pet peeve of mine. Whatever, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Magical Quest 2 selling pretty well. All right, well, let's see how well War of the Three Kingdoms is going to sell. Oh, I should probably improve the sound. Oh, I accidentally put a support person in here. Well, at least we found them, tracked them down. So high quality sounds, we'll just go like that since they're starting late. And you can do customer support. So we got 925 unanswered questions. You can charge people. I don't charge my fans. You know, that's not how I roll. I mean, you could. I've actually never tried that. I might have to try it at some point. Ooh, another trait that I like is talented. Talented employees learn faster. So talented and efficient. It's a good combo. So we're just going to go probably with 2. They should be able to keep up with this queue easily. So I'm actually going to put you in there, and we're going to cancel this task. And we're going to do a little marketing for War of the Three Kingdoms. Now, I don't really need to do marketing. My publisher will do marketing. But I like to get in front of it a bit, right? Because it takes time for them to market it once it gets out there. So if I can give them a head start, I'll do the cheap marketing and I'll let them do the expensive marketing. All right, so Dynaquest 2 off the market. Made a cool 900K. Take that. We're going to continue development. Only 60 to 80 estimate, but there's still bugs. And if I had to guess, the sound team is probably still... No, they're polishing. Okay. So we got the bugs out. We're going to polish it up a bit more while we do some special marketing. Going to put a demo out. Going to do a pre-release for the press. Research team is not doing anything. I could do a workshop. I haven't made any arcades lately. Arcade, not arcades. Arcade machines. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of the workshop. I know some people like them. You can make a ton of money off them early game. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying it's not the way I play. That's what's great about this game. There's a lot of ways to play. My last run was very console focused, right? Let's grab baseball here because sports, I think, is going to be unlocked fairly soon. All right, so we're going to wait for the pre-release for the press to go through here. And then we will put this out and hope for the best. All right, finished development. Still only 60 to 80. Hopefully it's closer to 80 than 60. Probably will be, if I had to guess. But even if it's not a great game, it still should sell pretty well because it's the first strategy game in the market. Or one of the first. No, it's the first. Perfect. Ah, there we go. 78%. Definitely closer to 80 than 60. Which is what we were hoping for. That should sell pretty well. All right, so let's quickly do a free update. Oh god, I'm way behind on these updates. It's good to get at least one update out for every game. So let's do game report for this. Be great to have some commission work. Keep them occupied. Nothing in the sound studio. That is fine. And yeah, they already have the customer support queue down to 0. So now you can cancel this and we can get them to do a fan campaign. We only have 13,000 fans, so we could do a games convention, get 2,000 extra. Pretty pricey. This one's actually the most efficient money-wise, so we're just going to spam this one since money is a concern at where I'm at, right, in the game. Oh, and hey, if you're enjoying this series and this video, hit the like button. It helps me out a lot as a small YouTuber. All right, let's let her rip here. All right, so we got an update for that done. Let's do an update for Magical Quest 2. And I don't think we need to do a War of the Three Kingdoms update just yet. Actually, that's not selling all that well. Huh. Figured it would, since it was so underrepresented. I'm thinking racing. It's less saturated than most. And 71% is pretty popular, right? Like, the highest it can go, other than the one that's the trend, is 80. I think. I don't recall ever seeing it go over 80. So 71 is pretty popular. And now that I have a graphics studio, we can make a pretty decent racing game. Because graphics is really important for racing games. Okay, we have the best engine already. Now, do I want to make a sequel? Superbikes, 70% review. That's a good enough game to do a sequel for. 35 hype right out of the gate. All is pretty sure all is good for racing. Well, I guess it'll tell me, right? Yeah, all is good for racing. So Superbikes 2. And where's that race engine? Multi-platform, of course. Once I have my own console, I'll probably do some exclusives. But until then, we'll just do multi-platform. We're reaching 30.5 million people at the moment. That's pretty good for 1978. All right, so most of these are correct. So if this one's wrong, it means it needs to go up. And if that one's going up, that means this one's going down. Because that's not right, that's not right. Right? That's not right. It has to be here, in theory, right? And if that's not right and that's not right, then probably there. Let's check the letters just to be safe. Superbikes. No, too much violence. Too short and too much violence. Wait. Too short. Oh, no. It needs to go like that then. It needs to go like that. And too violent. Okay, so yeah, that one's going the right way. Too short, that means length needs to go up. And if that's not right, and that's not right, and that's not right, that means it needs to go all the way up here. Right? As soon as we can put this here, but that's not right either. So it must go here, and that must go there. In theory. I mean, level design seems more important than mission design. But in my mind, I think of mission design as quest design. And I'm not sure if the developer of this game thinks of it the same way that I do. And we're going to get some extra points into this. Yeah, this should be good. This should be 80% plus. I'm pretty confident. Especially if I put a lot into it. Like, I'm going to go all out with graphics, because graphics are extremely important for this genre. Sound, we'll skimp a bit. We'll skimp a little bit, just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. It's fine. Everything is fine. And what do I want to do here? Market research. We were right last time. They nailed the skill game and the worms, which is good. I just want to see, is there any more valuable research? Oh, hey, my programmers got lucky. Some bug reports turned out to be wrong. Saves us a lot of time, minus 26 bugs. So that's way less bug testing at the end. So yeah, we have some hardware and console stuff, but console development is 10 million. I'm not quite there yet. And really, realistically, I need more than 10 million because doing this, the other research, this research that's locked, this is probably not cheap. And also, we need more space for console development room, which means we need 6.6 million for, there's several of these that are all about This one's also 6 million, and this one, yeah. So yeah. So there's no rush on that. Even if I had 10 million, that still wouldn't really be enough. It would be enough to kind of get things rolling, get the ball rolling, right? But yeah. All right, let's grab angels and then automatically just go through them. All right, so let's do a demo for War of the Three Kingdoms. War of the Three Kingdoms, yeah, it's selling pretty well. Oh, Magical Quest 2 is selling extremely well. Nice. Okay, so the original Superbikes is off the market. I didn't even realize it was still on the market. That's actually good since we're making the sequel. It made a cool 1.5 million. All right, so this is done, 70 to 90. That's what we like to see. Let's get rid of that bug. So the reason why this popped up the second time, it pops up when the development team is done the first time. Then if you continue development, it'll pop up again whenever your QA team gets rid of the bugs. But I want to do a demo, pre-release demo, and I want to do a pre-release for the press. And I want to make sure, I want to make sure these teams were done and polishing, and they are. All right, so we got a legendary programmer. So I'm getting close to the point where legendaries aren't worth it anymore, because early game, you're not going to see a 43.7 sitting here, right? So this is way better. But the fact that he's lucky, I'm going to hire him. Him, her, him. Ooh, turbo mode. That's another console thing, which we can't get yet. But we will. Consoles are fun. They've actually added a lot of console stuff. So I'll make sure my console focus Let's Play is linked in the description. It was just recent. I just finished it a few weeks ago. And, well, I shouldn't say finished it. I stopped doing it a few weeks ago. I kind of felt like I had won. I'd accomplished all the goals I wanted to. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's an interesting run. So let's finish development here. But while I was doing it, the developer was adding a lot of console-focused things to the game, which was really cool because I was doing a console-focused run, and I was able to kind of test out the new features as they came through. So check the description for a link to that Let's Play. And I say I didn't finish it, but it was like 46 episodes. So it's not like I gave up on it after 4 episodes or something. Also, you can find a link to my Discord and to my Patreon. Support would be appreciated. And check my Discord because we do play multiplayer there sometimes. Or we organize multiplayer there sometimes. Ooh, 91%. Mint. Mint. Perfect. All right, so let's do game report here. And let's see if my sliders were actually correct. I think they were. I think they probably were. Actually, let's do updates here. We got a couple updates we need to do. War of the Three Kingdoms, for sure. At least that one. All right, so now, what do we want to make? Probably do another RPG. And Heroes of the Steam. I could do Heroes of the Steam 2. You know what? I'm going to do an RPG. I'm going to do a fresh. Fresh IP. That's the word I was looking for. IP. Fresh IP. So RPG. Actually, you know what? Let's do random name. Let's hit random name a few times, and we'll see if any of these make sense for an RPG. Fog, Lord of the Rims. Sure, Lord of the Rims. That's us. So we'll go adults. For topic, for Lord of the Rims, we'll go fantasy, and we will go dragons. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what the rims, quote unquote, represent. We'll just do fantasy and dragons. Lord of the Rims, sure. Let's see if there's any license. How much are the licenses right about now? Ooh, some of them are pretty pricey. Is there one that's good for RPGs? Barbie is. It's a 3-star, 3 games. Ooh, licenses are a little pricey right now. So a license will just get you extra sales, right? They're not cheap. That's for a future episode. I'm not good at remembering to include licenses though. So if I, 10 episodes from now, if I forget, somebody remind me at some point to put some licenses in, because I'm terrible at remembering those. All right, so we're doing an RPG here. And we got all the sliders right except for this one. I'm assuming it's going to be correct now. So we'll go like that. Like right there. Yeah, that looks good. Because it's usually supposed to be 40, 30, 15, 15. But again, we don't have the room to give us extra technical points. So we got to beef that up a little bit. It's also why I make sure to have a few programmers in my development room, right? Mainly you want game dev in this room. You also want a little bit of everything in theory. But in particular, I got 4 programmers in here now because I don't have that room to get extra programming. And really, I should probably, this extra slot I have, should probably fill that with a programmer. There's only one out there, but 43 is pretty decent skill. I don't love their traits, but yeah, let's roll with that. You know what? We're going to go all out with Lord of the Rims. Let's see how good this game is if we don't cut any corners whatsoever. It's going to also be more expensive. So even if it is a little better, it's probably also going to cost more. But that's fine. So let's hype this up, shall we? Some posters. Get some posters. Get a street team out there. Posters on every street corner. All right. Let everybody know. On every street corner, the Lord of the Rims is coming. So watch out. No further comment. All right, so yeah, so we still got a lot. We got bug fixing to do. We got a ton of polishing to do, but it's already 70 to 90. So I'm pretty confident this is going to end up as an 80 to 100 estimate, and it'll be over 90. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Oh, look at this. We're winning awards. We're winning a ton of awards. Basically swept the awards, more or less. More or less, because technically this isn't me, but this is who published all my games. And I'm sure they published some other games, but let's be honest. Based off this, they won because of me, right? I'm going to take the credit. But yeah. Oh, so yeah. So that's a couple of achievements. Ooh, we got new graphics. We're now a small game developer. Everything's coming up. Luchtronics. All right, so let's end automation here because we got something more important. Ooh, yeah, 80 to 100. Let's get a demo out and a pre-release for the press. All right, let's get this engine feature. Primitive 2D block graphics. Sexy. Yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be, what was my highest so far? 93? This is going to threaten that number for sure. I think. I hope. It'll be over 90. Well, star means this is my highest score in this category ever, so it's the highest. It's my highest score in all 4 categories. That's a pretty good indication that it's going to be a good game. So hand it over to Tatu. It's all yours, Tatu. It's my 4th RPG. Getting up there. 4th fantasy game. Yeah, I think this will be a banger. Well, I was hoping for 95, being a what? 94, I'm pretty sure, is my best one. So we take that. That's a W. We take that. And let's check here. Best games of all time. Ooh, it's the 2nd best game of all time. Frog in My House. Frog in My House is an absolute banger, apparently. But hey, 4 of the top 6, 5 of the top 8 belong to us, folks. They belong to us. All right, so, ooh, Superbikes 2 is selling like crazy. Holiday season gives us a nice boost, plus 50%. Also, get an extra, oh wait, plus 40%? This didn't used to be this much. Did it? I thought this was like a 5 or 10%. Is it 10% maybe per category that you win now? Because I won 4 categories, right? Maybe. That'd be good. I like that change. Or am I crazy and that's what it always was? Let me know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure it didn't used to be like that. Ooh, it's $115,000 contract work, commission work. That's pretty valuable. Yeah, those are good commission works. All right, so let's do another update here. What are the rims? Research. Let's go back to just banging out some topics. Somebody licensed my engine, skill engine. I made I made a cool $6,000. Hey, we'll take that. It's free money. It's free money. Yeah, might as well bang out some commission work here too, since we kind of got to wait for QA to finish their work, right? We need QA. Yeah, and they're going through faster. This was a big commission work, right? To be fair, there's a reason it pays out over $100,000, right? There's a good reason for that. So let's do game report there. Once that's done, okay, so let's end automation here. As soon as this is done, we're gonna do a new game. Should I do a spin-off? I think do you get an achievement for a spin-off? I forget. Spin-off is like a sequel, except you can change the genre, right? Once you get some valuable IPs, which, to be fair, I don't have yet. But we could do Dino Quest 3. Wow, Superbikes has a 1 IP out of nowhere? Okay, they is that because it won Game of the Year and other sound and graphics? I forget which one. So that they changed that. That didn't used to be like that, I don't think. I feel like they made winning awards better. I read the patch notes, but apparently I don't read them closely enough. Yeah, obviously we can't do Superbikes 3 yet, but we could do Dino Quest 3 or a spin-off. Forget what pretty bad. I forget what genre Dino Quest is. It's puzzle. Why is it puzzle? I guess that's what confuses me. Why is Dino Quest puzzle? Like, it shouldn't be. Or I could just do a skill game. Let's just do a fresh skill game. I know it's like super saturated, but it's also the trend, and it's also easy to make good games, right? So let's go ghosts. No, let's go hacking. We'll call this Hackamania. Yeah, all works for skill. Oh, I didn't update the engine. We need to update the engine. Got to keep your engines up to date, Pooch. So let's do that. Perfect. And now we're ready to make a skill game, but that is going to wait till next episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Most importantly, be good to each other. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.